okay, it is the one and only Ronin the Traveler, and I'm your brother. Don't you know, man? I had a crazy situation happen to me the other day. I thought I'd tell this story time to you brothers. I know you guys love when I tell story times, but let me tell you, they usually go yellow, and when they go yellow, that means you're not getting paid from YouTube. So make sure you guys support. Now, man, this is a crazy situation. Now, I was in Puerto Plata. We can call this seduced in Puerto Plata. I'm in Puerto Plata filming on the Melicon, and I was filming for my second YouTube channel. And when I was walking back to my Airbnb, there was this club called Zono Acapella Club, and it was popping. Now, this place is right on the Melicon. It got a view to die for, but it's a little loud, but man, it was great. So it's jumping. So while I'm standing outside the club trying to figure if I want to go in or not because I got a flight the next day, this moto pulls up, and it's a Haitian guy, and he got two Haitian girls on there. And when I say they sticker like Snicker, they were thick. One of them had on blue, the other one had on red. They tights, and they looking like they some 1989 hammer dancers, but thick. And they go in there, so I decide I'm gonna go in there because my mind was telling me not to, but my body was telling me to go. Mind telling me no. So I gotta go in there. And when I get there, I start sipping on Johnny Walker. Man, I tell you, the vibe was awesome. There was a beautiful sunset, but at the corner of my eyes, I'm watching these things, and they wasn't that clapping. Them cheeks was clapping, you know. And they dancing, and them girls danced the whole, man, they danced with some of the old expats and whatnot. And it was a good mix in the club. It was, but as the night go on, I'm buzzing a little hard. I decided it's time for me to leave. By this time, it's like 9:30, 9:40, and the one in red walks up to me, and she was like, "Where you going?" And I said, I'm going back to my spot. And she started asking me all kind of questions. And at first I turned it on, like, nah, you know how these chicks is, man, in this Triggeration Nation game. I was like, nah, I'm good. But she does something. She starts to whisper in my ear, and when she whispered in my ear, she starts to kind of gnaw on it. Now, by this time, the moon is out. The hair on the back of my neck starts to rise. I'm going into full werewolf mode. So after this happens, I decide to go with her, but she comes with me, and we get back to the spot. So this is where I think she put voodoo on me at. We get back, so she goes run and jump into the shower without me even telling anything. She go in there, take a shower, and she comes out with a towel on. Man, she had this deep chocolate skin. I'm talking about it. This one thing I like about the Haitian girls too. They don't have no BBLs, no nothing. These women got natural, just solid, curvy bodies that you can't believe. But that skin was super chocolatey and magically delicious. So after she take a shower with the towel on, she goes in her purse and she gets this oil and starts rubbing on it. And I freak out because I'm thinking scopolamine, this chick trying to drug me. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? I'm already buzzing, so it made me even more cautious. She was like, whoa, this is all natural. It's all natural. And she smells it herself. She puts it up to her nose. She said, it's nothing. You're overreacting. It's okay. So she starts to rub it all over herself, her biddies, her arm, and she starts glistening. So she gave it to me, and she tells me to rub it on her back. So I'm rubbing it on her back, and then I rub it on the yams, on the cakes. And man, by this time I'm in that Scud missile, and she knows it. So she turns around and she tells me, rub it on, pet the little kitty cat. She had a little chocolatey kitty cat. So I rub it on the chocolate kitty cat, and she see it was turning me on. So she tells me to stand up, and she takes the oil and she puts it on me. And when I tell you she rubbed it on me, rubbed it on the twins down there, she was rubbing it. And man, I'm telling you, then she drops down and starts to rap on the mic. And she rapped on the mic good. She was down there like 1980s beatboxing. She was handling her business so hard. I was in a trance. I don't know if it was the oil that did this to me, but I went into a trance. When I tell you, my whole body was shaking from the top of my head to the soles of my feet in pure ecstasy. She was going so hard, rapping on the mic. I grabbed her by the ears. I almost tore them off. I grabbed them and I stopped. And I stopped and I just looked at her. And then we go into the room. And we go in the room to do yoga. When we go into the room, the kitty cat purrs in the bed. And the window was open and the moon was hidden on that chocolate skin. And I still was shaking. I was in pure ecstasy. I was in a trance. And this is the thing I like about this lifestyle. This is what I like. This is the part that I tell guys about the reset and the things that we go through. When I tell you, I was feeling so wonderful. So we started with the yoga session. And the yoga session was magnificent. I felt 20 years younger. And then she hit me with a finishing move. She get up on her tiptoes and start doing this move, and I was quivering so hard, and I was shaking. And then when she turned around, and I was behind the yams, I caught a Charlie horse and threw on the ground. And while I'm laying there, I fell asleep. It was the best. You're the best. You're the best. It was an awesome feeling. So I lay there sleeping with a smile on my face. And the next day, you know my story times always go bad. Boom, 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 boom. Beat on the door. Boom, 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 boom. Wake up. I go to the door. And it's the cleaning ladies for the Airbnb. I had a flight the next day and missed the flight, missed everything, missed the checkout time. I had to call the Airbnb owner. It's a good thing I was making a video for him. I explained the situation. I said, hey man, I need to stay 3 more days. I pay for it. He was like, oh man, it's all good. He let me stay. And when I walked back in there, I'm like, wow, I had to call my appointment. I had a doctor appointment. Everything was just messed up. But while I'm on the phone, I look back at Nadine laying in the bed. And I'm gonna show a picture of her. I normally don't do that. Nadine was laying in that bed looking magically delicious. So I go back in for round 2. Me, because the werewolf had his fun. But what about me? I go in there. I'm not even in there for 5-10 minutes. Here you go again. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody knock on the door. And I hear a person screaming, Nadine. Nadine. I'm like, what in the hell? And looking at her, she's looking confused herself. People call her name. And I peep through the window, and it's one of the people live there. And they're beating on the door because this dude, the same dude that dropped them off, but this time he's out there with 2 little kids. I'm like, and I tell her, she goes out, she puts on her clothes, she goes outside. I'm thinking she is leaving. So I'm looking there rubbing my hands together like Birdman, thinking I done got over it because I hit a motorcycle take off. And then here come the knock again. Do. Is her. But this time she got the 2 little kids with her. And I'm looking at her, she looking at me. I look at the kids and there's a little boy like 6 and a little girl probably younger than that. And the little boy look at me and tell me, tengo hambre. That mean I'm hungry.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir. Oh, spin. Look at this stuff here. Man, I tell you, man, every time I talk about a story time, some bad things happen. So I start to panic a little bit. And she was like, oh, it's okay. Just we can stay here. I ordered a pizza. And man, I'm going to stop the story time here. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm going to tell you guys the part 2. This story goes even crazier. But man, I think old girl had put voodoo on me. Look, put in the comments if you heard about this oil that these Haitian girls use, man. Look, I'm from the voodoo capital in Louisiana, man. So, you know, I know things that happen. Look, my aunt, I think I've told this before. My aunt and my uncle was a terrible dude. He was a professional cheater. He took good care of everybody, but he was a cheater. And my aunt gave him something before she got from some voodoo lady, and he wasn't the same anymore. The voodoo lady told her, if you give him this, he'll never leave the house again. They get it to my Uncle Pete. He never left the house again, but he died. One day I see him and he was laying in bed. I said, hey, Uncle Pete. He looked at me like he didn't know me. He said, hey, how you doing? He would never like that. So I know some of this stuff can happen to people, and I don't know if she bewitched me, but you know, this stuff is real, man. But did I have a lot of fun with her? Yes, these Haitian girls are naturally fine as hell. But man, look, I'm gonna stop this video right here, man. Make sure you support the channel. I'm gonna tell you guys this part 2. This story is so crazy. The rest of it, man, I am out. Peace out to the brotherhood.
Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.